Hey everybody, my name is Leisha Berry and I am a wife and mom and a woman, and I'm an artist, author, and teacher and facilitator. And what I do is I help people to reclaim their sense of connection to the bigger picture and to access their inner wisdom through remembering the big picture. And I do this through my play shops, my retreats, my classes and teleclasses, my personal consults, my art, my writing, my speaking, and now through video. And I'm really excited to be here today with you for a follow-up video. This is the second in a series of wise ways. In the first wise ways, we talked a little bit about what I mean when I talk about wise ways as being choices that are life affirming for ourselves and for the larger whole. We also talked about what this shift is that's going on according to Leisha, the pulses from Prime Source that are like waves of information, waves sort of like the beating of a heart that are prompting us to change, to let go of what's not serving us anymore, and to make room for the life that we really authentically want to live in the deepest heart of hearts that we are. And we also talked about some of the ways that the shift is showing up in people's lives, and in the terms of kinds of changes that we're seeing. And we're also as I mentioned the last time, we were seeing, miracles happening too, as we do let go and are successful in letting go of that which is no longer serving us, that, we're automatically magnetizing what's right for us, what's appropriate and supportive and life affirming for us, unless we are in resistance. And this is what I promised I would talk about today. What I mean by being in resistance is when we are pushing back on the prompts from the universe to shift us, expand us, grow us, change us. When we cross our arms and we say, nope, not doing it. And I can do that really well because I want to confess that I'm a poster child for being in resistance. I've been very stubborn my entire life. I'm known for this, being hard-headed. I'm a Taurus, so that factors in there too, I guess. But I have to say the stubbornness is useful sometimes. It definitely helped me in parts of my life where I stubbornly hung on, through difficult things. And at other times, my stubbornness has been a bit of a liability or a hindrance, and that's especially true when I have been resisting what's good for me, resisting what's life affirming and supportive for me. And what I've learned in the last 5 or 6 years in particular is how to work with surrender, how to work with this concept of letting go, giving in, letting go of resistance. And I want to talk with you a little bit about surrender. I know that a lot of people have a charge around that word. And when I say surrender, I'm not talking about the hands up, like I give up, you get to do whatever you want to with me kind of surrender. Not exactly that. This is the kind of surrender that is about surrendering in something that's life affirming for you. Surrendering in the flow of goodness that is always streaming towards us if we're not going like this and trying to block it all the time. Surrendering in, aligning in is what I mean when I say surrender. It's a decision too, and it's a choice. Surrender is definitely something that is not particularly supported in our culture. It's all about push and push and push and make it happen and get what you want, and if it doesn't try the first time, try again, and this kind of thing. But there is absolutely an appropriate time to surrender, and to stop and to release and to sit and to allow. And so that's what I'm talking about when I say surrender. What I'm discovering is that when I surrender in the flow of life force, it's from Prime Source is how I talk about it, but you can use any words you want. When I surrender in that I'm surrendering in a larger purpose for my life. I'm surrendering in a bigger picture. I'm surrendering in the larger logic that knows what's good for everybody, that knows what's good for the whole, that, in fact, is operating in that all the time unless I'm interfering with it. And so it's this surrender of preconceived ideas. It's a letting go of identities and ideas of who I am. Notions about how the world should be, notions about how I think everybody should treat each other. That we have these constructs that we create in our lives, and we, they may be based in something that's noble and good, but if we're hanging on to them and the universe is saying, let go, let go, let go, let go, then it's a good idea to let go, because there's something about that construct that's limiting our life. And that is what I have learned the hard way in my life. So please learn from me. Please learn from me. Something that I have definitely observed in my life, if you're a long-time reader or have listened to my radio show, you know that I have had a sense of myself as being an outsider or a rebel, and even what I just said earlier about being stubborn, being the poster child for being, in resistance. That's, in a sense, that's a construct. That's an identity that I have been carrying around in my own self. And even that is something to let go of. So, I'm going to do that right now. I choose to release the preconceived notion, the intellectual construct, the habitual pattern of thought that I am a poster child for resistance. I ask all creation to assist me in doing this. Thank you. All right. Now you just got a little inside window into some of the work that I do with clients. I'm a big proponent of prayer and intention. And so when I say, there's a suggestion to surrender in a larger logic, may I suggest that you actually say it out loud and say it just like this. I choose to accept that there is a larger logic. I choose to accept that there is a larger logic. And there really is, guys. I probably don't need to convince you of that, but maybe that'll be another topic someday. So even letting go of the identity of a rebel, or a weirdo, or woo-woo, or out there, or fringe person, or whatever, that's an identity too. So that's something that we can let go of. So in terms of how do we deal with, when resistance comes up, because it's our own psyche, because it's our own body, we don't always know, that resistance is up. But you can pretty much guess that resistance is up if you're frustrated. If you are trying to get something to happen, or you feel like you've shown up and that spirit's prompted you to do something, and you show up and then it doesn't work out, sometimes it's because you're in resistance. And what I mean by that is, again, that you're blocking something that's important, or that your constructs are blocking something that's important. And we're frequently not even aware of it. So what do? Number one, you choose to accept there's a larger logic. Number two, you stay fresh in the moment. You stay present. You don't fall into the trap of making judgments, making labels, and also don't trust everything that you think. Thinking is a great tool, but it's not all there is. There's a lot more information from our body, from our emotions, from our heart, from our spirit. So don't trust everything that you think. Listen to this is number 3. Listen to your heart and your belly. I'm finding that the body is a very useful helper right now. Listen to messages that are floating across your consciousness. Listen to feelings of expansion in your body. Those are all things that are going to help you out and lead you when your intellect is getting in the way. And remember that choosing to accept that there is a larger logic means that we don't have to have it all figured out. That as long as we keep showing up, staying present, listening to the prompts, and surrendering in a larger logic, we will be guided. So I hope that you've enjoyed these tips. Feel free to ask questions, and if you'd like to learn more about my work, please go to my website, www.leishaberry.com. 3rd video installment in the works to talk about dealing with the feminine re-entry that's coming into our psyche right now. So lots of blessings to everyone.